Hey guys, welcome back to, well, welcome to all of the above. I'm going to start off the adventure with Final Fantasy VII. It's in height of the new release of Rebirth coming out soon, so I figured, why not? Let's get into it. So it's been a while since I played Final Fantasy VII, at least a couple months. I got through some of the achievements on Steam, managed to kill off some of the weapons, unlock the master materia, all that jazz. So now I'm just going to start fresh and see where it leads me this time. I'm pretty sure I know where to find most things, but you know, it's kind of hard to remember everything. But yeah, man, I remember playing this game when I first got it for Christmas. Well, initially my brother got it for Christmas. I ended up getting cool borders. This scene blew my mind back then. So as far as like modding goes, I'm not entirely sure how to do that, so I'm probably gonna look it up later, maybe in future episodes. But for now, I'm gonna play it stock, or as stock as it can be. Yeah, you'll see some of the characters have like this one eye blink animation and like the O face. It sucks, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Like I know going through Seventh Heaven would be a lot easier to manage the mods. I just don't know what mods I want to get, and that's kind of been like the main issue. Like the only real big thing that I want to do is like an HD mod. Uh, some of the ones that fix the O face and blinking animations. Nothing too spectacular. Just freshen it up. So, if you want me to read these, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'm probably just going to stay silent for the most of the part. Um, I just, I just want to play the game casually and talk about what I like about it and what got me into it. Stuff like that. Like, for the most part, I've been looking for, oh, here we got a name character here. I'm just going to stick with Cloud. I'm going to stick with the original names. Nothing too fancy. I remember I used some name Maverick back then. Yeah. I just want to, like... I've been looking for, like, different types of RPGs, and I managed to find a few of them back when I was starting up. And we got Barrett. Like, I remember Saga Frontier. That was like the next best thing for Final Fantasy back then. And then Chrono Trigger, of course, we can't forget that. Just bulldoze through. I think I might change the ATB to active. All right, let's do that now. Let's change a couple of things. I think for beginners, I need to. That's fine. ATB to active. Don't really need to change the battle messages. We definitely need to change the pace of the field messages. Actually, you know what? Might as well. Joystick. It's like a blessing and a curse. Let's see here. That'll do. I think that'll be fine. There we go. Matches up with the uniform Cloud's wearing a little bit. I know the blue isn't there, but the purple, I'm assuming, or plum. I'm gonna try my best to keep the dialogue up for a little bit longer so you guys can read it. Yeah, man. Yeah, like we got the PlayStation a little bit late. Around the same time Final Fantasy VII came out. I don't know the exact date we got it, but it was probably either 97 or 98. My mom... Oh, God. My sister was super jealous because both Robert... Well, my brother and I... Sorry, I don't mean to call out names, but yeah, Robert. We ended up getting like a television, a PlayStation, 2 games, one each. But like I said, I got Cool Borders, you got Final Fantasy VII, and we decided to play the games normally, and then we switched to see which one was better. And ever since then, I've just loved this game. Like that and Final Fantasy 8, 9, and 10. Like most of the European release or the US release. I eventually got into the other Final Fantasies. Like I remember playing Final Fantasy 1 originally. And man, Final Fantasy 2 though. I got as far as like the Crystal Tower and just couldn't beat the game after that. But I managed to play Final Fantasy 1 all the way through. I don't remember much about it though, unfortunately. I remember I played Final Fantasy 3, which was actually 6 for us. Like they corrected it later, but God, dude. Yeah, for the Super Nintendo. I don't know why they decided to call it 3. I got to play the original 3, which was pretty great. I love the job system. Oh, what was it? Final Fantasy 4 was definitely another one that I played. I pretty much played most of them. The only ones I didn't get to play was 5. And, what was the other one? No, I got to play 11. Yeah, I think the only one I didn't get to play was 5, and some of the new ones that came out. Like, I played 13, obviously, and then 14 I got into. I played 12, I played a little bit of 11. Didn't really get into it. At the time, I wasn't really into MMO. But enough about the other Final Fantasies. This actually helps, like, it helped a lot with a lot of the issues that I've been having back in Connecticut. Like, I got bullied a lot, so games were pretty much my solitude, you know? Alright, I'm gonna save over this file right here. Yeah, more enemies. Let's go! I got Barrett's. Oh, limit break, no. Dang it, I don't even have a grenade. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not using the limit breaks on these guys, I just want to save it for the Scorpion. Yeah, 1998, yeah. Alright, first materia, got Restore, which is great. We kind of need that for at least 3 people. I remember there was one night I actually stayed up for like 3 days trying to beat this game. I got as far as like, what was it? The part where you get the high wind for the first time. But that's extended play beforehand. Alright, so let's limit break this asshole. Alright, you're gonna do rifle, I'm going to attack you. Yeah, there's one mechanic that I didn't know back then that I wish I knew. But that's like, when he raises his tail, I didn't know that if you didn't attack him, he doesn't do the tail beam. I do now, or well, a couple of years ago. Yeah, when I think my 3rd playthrough, I had borrowed one of my sister's friends' guidebook, and I learned a lot from that. I think the biggest thing that I learned is where to get most of the limit breaks. I think one more bolt ought to do it. No? Okay. And they are charging that cloud right now. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna equip the assault gun to Barrett. Give Cloud a potion, at least one. Yeah, the biggest advantage that I got from borrowing the strategy guide, or the guidebook, or whatever you want to call it, was what's it, the ancient forest? Right next to... I can't remember if it was called the ancient forest or not, but the one next to Cosmo Canyon. Like, getting the Minerva Band, the one of the last summons that you get after, well, just before getting Knights of the Round. Typhoon? Yeah. And then obviously the best part about it was like getting Apocalypse for Cloud. So I did find out something about that. Like, if you don't help Jesse, you can't get out. You have to double back. Yeah, active is way better. Oh god, she's... What is she doing? She was standing on the ladder and, like, sliding upwards. That's funny. I've never seen that glitch in the PlayStation version. I think the PC version is jank as hell. Well, at least I'm gonna level up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I really would like to know what your first Final Fantasy was, like your impression of the MMO, and like when you got to play Final Fantasy VII. Um, I know it's a lot of questions to ask, but I'm curious. I really want to know, especially with like the new upcoming remake coming out, the Rebirth. So, if you're excited for that, let me know too. Alright, not a lot of dialogue going on here, but yeah, like the I played the remake a while back. I like how they explain what happened with the bomb situation and how it wasn't Jesse's fault. Like, for the longest time, I thought the massive explosion was intentional. Come to find out, the bomb was only meant to disable the reactor, not blow it up. Alright, so occasionally you'll get a little bit of dialogue that has multiple choices. Usually I go with hey, nothing, hey. And you don't see many flowers around here. And of course I buy the flower. But you can pretty much blow her off and tell her not to. And you can blow her off and not buy a flower, but the only benefit for that is like the PlayStation version where you can get the achievement, what was it, bromance? And denying points for Aerith and Tifa will get you the possibility of going on a date with Barrett, which is kind of funny. Alright. Another part here is you can choose to fight or choose to run. I'm just gonna run. I don't really need to fight them right now. And if you stall for too long, you can actually get into a fight. It's pretty funny. Either way, you pretty much get stuck in a corner and you have to fight. Like, you gotta jump off. I think this is the only time Barrett actually stands up for Cloud. Maybe a few other times, but this is the first time anyway. Poor Wedge. Yeah, dude, the progression that Cloud makes throughout the entire game is actually pretty cool. Like, he starts off as this cocky little self-indulged bastard, but turns into a pretty cool guy later on. You know what? I'm gonna try and look up a couple mods for this game, just to clear up some of the resolution and get rid of the dreaded O face and the lazy eye. I think that'll be good enough for now. So there is a way to like kind of glitch out this scenario, so you don't have to do the whole scene with Jesse, but I haven't been able to manage to do it. I'm probably not going to do any of the shortcuts. I want people to know the full extent of this game and what it's all about. Um, if you want to see speedruns, there's plenty of them online right now on YouTube. You got 4-8 Productions, a couple other people that I can't really think of the name of right now off the top of my head, but Yeah, just give them checkout, you know. And she's just explaining all the sectors, reactors, where the train is going, how it's stationed on around Midgar, and what the reactors do as well. Oh, there is flashing lights in this game. If you are a little bit susceptible to epilepsy, be warned. I'd probably look away right about now. I'll let you know when it stops, but just keep looking away if you're susceptible. All right, so it should be fine now to look at it. You can talk to Jesse again. She's talking about the ID that she's gonna make next time. I'm gonna say looking forward to it. Yeah. So in Midgar, you have two layers, as far as I know, excluding the Shinra building. You have the slums, which are underneath the plates that are holding up the upper levels of Midgar, which are housing high society, richer inhabitants, or or what do you call it? You know, just people with money. Yeah, it's pretty much what Cloud says. It's not people wanting to live in the slums. They have to. I mean, going outside is dangerous. You got monsters all over the place, not to mention robbers, thugs, and thieves. I don't know. Another question would probably be, who do you side with, Avalanche or Shinra? Like, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I mean, I would probably side with Avalanche. So there's quite a bit of stuff to look at in town. I'll be doing that later. But for now, I hope you guys have a great day and see you in the next video.